Yes, they do. They took them to a game 7 without this team, which is a better team and perhaps even better on paper than the one that won a championship. You got Cam Johnson, Valanciunas, which I think people are sleeping on that pick.
So what happens when the best player in the world finally gets a complete team? You get this, the version of the Denver Nuggets the NBA never wanted to see. Jokic pull up, 15-footer over Gobert, money. Here's what should keep the rest of the West up at night. They're healthier, deeper, and more dangerous than the squad that ran through everybody in 2023. This offseason, Denver's front office finally gave Jokic what he's been missing, real depth, the kind of roster balance OKC had when they sent Denver home. Denver just copied the exact blueprint they didn't have when it mattered most. After these moves, Jokic looks like a dude who just unwrapped his dream gift. They made David Adelman the full-time head coach, cleaned out the front office, replaced Calvin Booth with Ben Tenzer and Jonathan Wallace, and finally got aggressive, MPJ out. Cam Johnson in, and that move alone changed everything. Remember 2023? They made the playoffs look like rookie mode. Swept LeBron's Lakers, beat Miami in 5, it wasn't close, and they did it with defense. Now imagine that same squad, but with better spacing, actual perimeter defense, and a backup big who doesn't make you want to throw your remote through the TV. Let's be real, they just finished 50-32, lost to OKC in Game 7. That's 3 straight 50-win seasons, but 2 straight second-round exits. People are starting to whisper that their title was a one-hit wonder, but the core, Jokic, Murray, Gordon, and Christian Braun, that's not the problem. Those dudes can hoop. The problem's been the rest of the roster. The bench kept getting cooked when the game slowed down. So what did Denver do? They finally stopped playing. They shipped out MPJ and a 2032 first for Cam Johnson, one of the smartest, most efficient shooters in the league. Porter can score, sure, but Johnson, he's everything Porter is on offense, and he defends. He shot 39% from deep on high volume last year. In Denver's system, with Jokic finding him in rhythm, Johnson's about to feast. And the dude ain't just a shooter. He cuts, he screens, he passes, he creates. In Brooklyn, he had to do everything. But in Denver, he's finally free to just hoop. Schroeder leaves it. Johnson, oh yeah, don't hurt him, Cam. He's got real IQ too. The chemistry with Jokic is gonna hit quick, cause both dudes see the game on another level. But here's where it gets real interesting. Denver's bench has been trashed for years, like historically bad. This summer, they fixed it. First move, bringing back Bruce Brown. After he left Denver, he bounced around like a world tour nobody bought tickets for. Indiana, Toronto, New Orleans. Now he's back where he belongs. We already know this works. He's got chemistry with Jokic, can guard 3 spots, and handle the rock when Murray's sitting. We saw this movie in 2023, and it was fire. Then they finally handled the backup center spot. For years, when Jokic sat, Denver fell apart. Their on-off numbers were wild. Now they got Jonas Valanciunas. He ain't dropping 20 and 15, but he doesn't have to. He's a pro big. Rebounds, finishes, holds his ground. 13 points, 9 boards for his career. That's reliability. Adelman said he wants to use Valanciunas as a hub with the second unit. He's not Jokic, but he moves the ball, scores when needed, and brings real toughness. They also grabbed Tim Hardaway Jr. Simple job, shoot 3s. That's it. He's been chucking 7 a game since 2020, and now he's going to get wide open looks off Jokic dimes and Murray pick and rolls. Add it all up. Denver crushed this offseason. They filled every hole. And if Camp's any sign, this team's scary. Even Jamal Murray said it. We're going to have a lot of different lineups out there. All this shooting, all this defense. One of the best benches in the league. That's not coach talk. That's a dude who's been in the trenches. And he's right. This bench is deep. They got size everywhere. Shooting everywhere. Versatility all over. Peyton Watson, Julian Strother, both still growing and getting playoff reps. Then there's Darren Holmes, a straight-up sleeper. Coaches say he's rotation ready day one. Big, mobile, can shoot and create. That's new for Denver. Jokic has never had this much help. But depth only matters so much. When May and June hit, it's about your top dogs. Can they take over when it counts? Can they close games? Jokic, yeah, that's covered. But what about everyone else? Denver hasn't had an all-star, not named Jokic, since Carmelo, 2011. That's crazy. They haven't had 2 all-stars since 2010. That might change this year. Murray's been right there every season. This could be the one he finally gets in. If Denver's top 2 in the West, the voters can't ignore it anymore. But even with all these upgrades, one big question still hangs over them. Can they defend? Offense? Never been the issue. 9 straight years, top 10 in efficiency. That's all Jokic. But defense? That's where it's been rough. Last season, they finished 21st in defense. Worst in 7 years. Opponents shot 70% at the rim when Jokic was on the floor. Worse than Cat. But look, Jokic ain't Gobert. He's not a rim protector. You just gotta surround him with the right pieces. And Denver finally did. They replaced Porter and Westbrook with Cam Johnson and Bruce Brown. Added Valanciunas to protect the rim when Jokic rests. Huge difference. Last year, their defense fell apart every time Russ stepped on the floor, 116 per 100. With Porter off the floor, it dropped to 105. Now Johnson and Brown handle that. Johnson's a better help defender, reads the offense, rotates right, closes out. Brown's a ball hawk, he'll fight over every screen. Even with those issues last year, they still pushed the eventual champs to 7. That's what's wild. They don't need to be elite defensively in January, just in May. So picture this version of Denver: better spacing, better defenders, more length, more energy, actual backup big, and Jokic surrounded by dudes who fit. That's the nightmare. That's the version nobody wants to face. Because once you give the best player in the world real help, it's over. This is the most complete Nuggets team we've ever seen. They got health, depth, chemistry, and the best player on the planet at his absolute peak. This ain't a team defending an old title. This is a team rebuilt to win another one right now. So what you think? Is this the best team Jokic has ever had? Drop a comment, hit that like button, and whatever you do, don't sleep on Denver this season. If you rock with breakdowns like this, subscribe to Coach Ant Speaks. Real talk, real sports, real-ish, peace.